I'd like to announce that I am officially done with 2020 and my new year has started. So you may be wondering what I meant by that dramatic intro, but I think I'll talk more on that later towards the end of this video. But for now, I just want to speak on the importance of planning for your new year. I believe the importance of that cannot be overemphasized because right from when we were growing up or even up until now, many of us have always had New Year resolutions. We've always had the idea that coming into a new year just meant something different for everyone. It just meant probably new opportunities to maybe bring all the things you've been wanting to do, or to finally do all the things you've been wanting to do for a very, very long time. So we always see a new year as a new opportunity. Why planning for a new year is something I know everyone does, whether directly or indirectly. Mentally, basically, many of us we plan for the new year, but it's something that should not be done because everyone is doing it or you just do it randomly. I believe it should be done with precision. So you may want to do some things before your year ends, that is 2020, and one of such things that I believe you should do is go through your properties, the things you own, your clothes, and just declutter things that you know you don't use, things that have been there, old clothes, clothes you probably never wore throughout the year. You probably will not even wear it in a new year. So if you know there are some things that have been around, that have been with you for a while, just let them go, give them away. You can, I don't know, give them to someone who is in need or sell it. Just go through your properties basically and get rid of things you don't need. So the second thing you should do before your year ends is get your finances together. Very important. You don't want to enter your new year with debts. If you have debts, pay them off before your new year begins. Cut down on your spending so you can settle those debts, and cut down on your spending so that you can start saving if possible. So the last thing I'd recommend you do before your year ends is some kind of self-reflection of any sort. Just reflect on your year. Just say, okay, these are areas I need to work on. Because if you reflect, if you can sit down and just be honest with yourself, there are so many things you will discover that you don't even need someone to tell you about that. Oh, you need to work on these areas and these areas. It's very important before you start planning for your new year. And one way to prepare for that new year is reflection. Reflect on yourself. Write down areas you believe you need to work on. If it's discipline, important. Time management, important. Financial management, important. So the last point I want to make in this video is starting your 2021. I said in the beginning of the video that my 2020 is over and that I have started my new year. What I mean by that is I have done all the things I need to do before the year 2020 runs out. All the personal goals and things that I set for myself to do before the year runs out. I'm already moving to the new year 2021. I'm starting it. I'm not just because honestly I believe the new year is kind of like a mindset. People see New Year's Day or the beginning of a new year, or in this sense 2021, as one magic day that will just change your life forever. Like, oh, new year, new me, it's a new year, we finally shouted happy new year. Now I know everything that I want is going to be accomplished because I wrote them down on that first night. No, you can actually start your 2021 today because it's in here. You start it here. You don't have to wait for that day to come because change is something that happens gradually. You don't just get to a point where you're just going and you just get to a point and if that makes sense, because that's what people think when they get to like, oh, a new year, I'm like this, don't worry, a new year is coming, don't worry, new year is coming. Then new year comes and you think you're just going to go here. No, you have to steadily, gradually start making those changes, and then probably before the year actually starts, the 2021, before we are finally there in that date, you know that, okay, yes, I have somewhat mastered the art of discipline. I've to some extent mastered time management. So this new year, all the goals I'm actually setting for myself and all the goals I have actually set I know it's easier because I have the discipline for it now. I have the time management for it now. I know I have the skills that I need to do. I have done the reflection where possible, and I've actually started working on myself. You don't have to wait for us to shout Happy New Year and the fireworks to go off and the calendar to just change, and then you see 101/21, and then you say, oh, it's a new year. Now I can start doing all the things I want to do. You can start now. And that's why preparing for your year is very important, because you can actually give yourself the opportunity to start ahead and start earlier than most people. Believe you me, this is something that I believe the very successful people, like the 1%, do. Like sometimes when you hear very influential people, business gurus, multi-millionaires, and even some very influential ministers of God, they will actually say things like, oh, they already have their next year planned out, and maybe sometime even around like February, March, or even May, June, they're already done with everything they have planned for that year. They've already accomplished it because of this planning and the mindset. So guys, start now. That's why I'm doing this video in November instead of January 1st or first week of January, because we should start now. We should start the attitudes and the character that you know you need to build to accomplish those goals, because sometimes it's not just about what you want to accomplish, it's who you need to be in order to accomplish that thing. So you just write them out. Who do you want to be? Who do I need to be? And what character should I possess in order to like accomplish what I want to accomplish? So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got value from it. If you did, drop a comment. So like this video if you like it, subscribe if you haven't. Share this video to someone you know needs to hear this word so they can start their year. Alright guys.